The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Set, ready, 18 Gator.
59. You run. Hey.
Chopper.
Now the first carry for Bryce Love. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. And he finds McLaurin. That one goes for 30 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup.
Watch the shoot. Check 99. Check 99.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Now 2nd and 6 at the Cowboys' 32-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, Love. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back.
Just like that. Just like that.
They're going to look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 12-yard line. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
And it was into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Redskins take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Flush to his right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Matthew Ioannidis in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
To throw is Prescott. Cooper's got it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They can't hang with us. Switch. Kill. 36. You should go to 54, go to 54. Line. 26.
On 2nd down now. It's Elliott. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
Check. Fresno.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 17-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On second down, Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
27. Go, get out there.
Mike, 55, right there.
26.
Now Prescott. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
Here we go. Flying in.
5. Let's go. Out.
26.
On first down, Elliott. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Tighten up.
Kill. 26.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Check. Lucky.
We're going to 54. Why? 26.
They'll try to run this one in, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, his 11th touchdown of the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were able to stop him at the line on first down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination, and they got it done on the second try.
Let's go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
At the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Don't say nothing. Check 37.
Protein spill. Now.
Shotgun handoff now for Love. And an alley to run. And he's into the clear. The 20, 10, touchdown. He can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10.
Jim. He's coming. Double up. He's coming, double up.
Then we're going to 53. 26.
They start on the ground with Elliott. The tackle by Cole Holcomb.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The 27-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
They're running it.
26.
Looking to throw. Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down.
First down, Cowboys.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Elliott. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. Room here to run. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point after, right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth 1st half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Maximum effort, partner. Minimal gain.
Yeah, minimal gain. Looked good, though. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Check. 6-6. Pull it high.
Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Show it up. Slam.
He finds an opening past the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
Down. 90, Wolf.
54 Mike.
Pilot, 64. Weak. Hey, seam 6.
Kill. 25. Check 25.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On the carry, it's Love. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Look, squeeze.
Switch. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Going to give it to Love. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
54. Let's go, D. Safe. Rush in.
General West.
Check hot route.
Get it.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. Around the NFL, 2nd quarter down in Tampa. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. This is taken at his 4. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. This is Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd down.
Here we go.
56. 3 bud.
Here's Prescott. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Prescott looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. Cooper was the target there. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin. And it's second down.
Brings up second and 10.
So now they'll come up on second and 10, once again from the 28.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Slam, slam, slam.
Second and 10. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
This quarterback now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's first and 10. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. So we've reached halftime here in D.C. in our nation's capital with a home team, the Redskins, on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
It's second and 8 at the 27-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
Go. Go.
Here's Prescott. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. In Washington territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Check it out, Reed.
Hey, kill.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
26.
They'll run on first down. It's Elliott, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Now Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Schwartz. 20, 10, touchdown, Washington. A big play there. 79 yards. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The Cowboys take over first down 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 36. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
It's second and inches at the 45-yard line.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard.
On 61, matchbox lights.
Second down and inches. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. It'll be Love to try and get to first. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Here we go, here we go. Check! Check 26, check 20.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
They'll run again with Love on first down. A gain of 3, second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the Cowboys' 45-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
Silver.
Here's a second and 7. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Let's go, baby. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Check 52.
Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare.
Watch the safety creep. 80 weapon.
Out of the gun now on third down. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on fourth down. Looking to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Throwing, Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Jump. We're going to 54. Right
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that, because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Check 55 to mine. Check 55 to mine. Check 30.
Here we go, 46. 46.
And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And taken right at the 35. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Checking the NFL scoreboard, they're in the 3rd at MetLife Stadium. The Browns, they've scored again, extending their lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Whip. Watch the whip.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. This to McLaurin out on the left side. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 44-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
SOS, SOS, SOS. Watch twist, watch twist. Slam, slam.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off with great anticipation. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
They'll start the drive with Elliott, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Check, 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 check. Hey, check 24, check 24.
They go to Elliott again. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Prescott now. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
At the 32-yard line.
Set up. 8-3. Pilot, 64. Wait.
Oh, here we go. Oh.
Set up.
They'll set up to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
X3. 218. Chopper.
On first down, here's Love. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory.
You got it.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Take 4. Take 4.
2nd and 4. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
Kill.
The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Now back to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Switch. Alert 3. Alert 3.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
There you go. Pull right in.
56 is the mic. I'm going to come back to you.
26.
To throw is Prescott. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
47.
56 the mic, boy. 56. Check.
Prescott on 4th down. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll throw again. Prescott. Flushed out right. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. And again, it's Prescott. Steps away to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Prescott to throw on 4th. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Check, nickel.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
General West, 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. So that'll back him up 5. Delay of game penalty. Ships him back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, here's Love. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
A gain of 6 yards. It's 4th
Here's Tressway now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. So a victory here for the Washington Redskins, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Redskins, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Dallas, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8, and they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.